On July 7, 2026, a customer came into my shop with his Nissan Rogue because his transmission had suddenly started acting strangely. He told me the car had been perfectly fine just a few months earlier, but now it was shuddering during acceleration. The RPMs were jumping up and down, and sometimes the car felt like it was not transferring power to the wheels properly. He thought it was probably an engine problem, but when I took the car for a test drive, I immediately noticed something was wrong with the CVT. When I asked him about the transmission maintenance, he said something I've heard countless times. I thought CVT fluid was lifetime fluid. That's when I knew we had to dig deeper. When I started asking about how he actually drove his car, that's when I discovered the real culprit. His maintenance wasn't necessarily what killed the transmission. His driving habits were. In this video, we are going to show you 9 of the biggest mistakes that can destroy your CVT transmission even before reaching 100,000 miles. Let's dive in. Mistake number 9. Shifting between drive and reverse while still rolling. Shifting into drive while rolling backward, or vice versa, forces the transmission to absorb instantaneous directional torque loads exceeding 2,500 inch-pounds on the internal belt. A CVT relies on microscopic surface friction between a flexible steel belt made of over 400 individual segments and 2 smooth conical pulleys. When you force a direction change before coming to a complete 0 miles per hour stop, that friction temporarily breaks, which causes the hard steel belt to score the soft pulley faces. Transmission rebuilders report that up to 15% of premature pulley scoring traces directly to rolling shifts. This microscopic metallic debris then circulates into the sensitive hydraulic control valve body that causes erratic shifting and pressure drops. That's why it is recommended to always bring your vehicle to a complete dead stop before shifting gears to protect these surfaces. Mistake number 8. Using the wrong transmission fluid. Pouring standard automatic transmission fluid into a CVT is one of the fastest ways to cause total mechanical destruction within 100 miles. Traditional planetary automatics require slick lubricants to reduce clutch friction and transfer power hydrodynamically, but CVTs require non-Newtonian traction fluids. In a typical CVT, the fluid also performs hydraulic work, transfers heat, protects bearings and gears, and establishes carefully controlled friction characteristics between the belt or chain and the pulley surfaces. That means changing the fluid chemistry can change the way the entire transmission behaves. A fluid designed for one CVT may not have the correct friction modifiers, viscosity characteristics, or additive package for another. And here is the part many drivers don't realize. CVT fluid does not mean one universal fluid exists for every CVT. 2 different bottles can both be marketed as CVT fluid while being engineered for completely different transmission designs. So always check your owner's manual or under hood sticker and demand the exact OEM-specified CVT fluid, such as Nissan NS3, Honda HCF2, or Toyota FE for every service. Mistake number 7. Aggressive jackrabbit launches from a complete stop. If you are the type of driver who treats every green traffic light like a drag strip, then your CVT is definitely feeling it. A CVT doesn't have traditional gears that simply snap into the next position. It continuously adjusts the pulley ratio while maintaining the necessary clamping force on the belt or chain. When you suddenly demand maximum acceleration, then your transmission has to transfer a large amount of engine torque while changing its ratio at the same time. One hard acceleration is not going to automatically destroy a healthy CVT, but repeatedly doing it creates unnecessary heat and stress. Now imagine doing that every day, especially in stop-and-go traffic or during extremely hot weather. You are repeatedly asking the transmission to work harder than it needs to. If you want your CVT to reach high mileage, then stop making every traffic light a race. Mistake number 6. Falling for the lifetime fluid myth. Many automakers market CVT fluid as a lifetime fill, but fluid dynamics and heat testing reveal a very different reality. Under normal operating conditions, CVT fluid runs between 175 degrees Fahrenheit and 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But stop-and-go commuting, or hot summer weather, pushes temperatures past 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Here is the shocking part. For every 20 degrees Fahrenheit increase above 175 degrees Fahrenheit, the protective anti-wear additives and anti-foaming agents in the fluid break down at double the rate. Industry field data reveals that over 50% of non-warranty CVT breakdowns stem directly from thermal fluid degradation. However, fresh fluid is formulated to maintain a precise friction coefficient under hydraulic pressures as high as 800 pounds per square inch. Skipping fluid changes past 30,000 to 50,000 miles causes viscosity loss that may lead to belt slippage, heat spikes, and irreversible mechanical damage long before reaching 100,000 miles. Mistake number 5. Driving with 2 feet. Resting your left foot on the brake pedal while accelerating with your right foot causes extreme thermal distress inside the torque converter. Holding the brake while applying engine throttle locks the transmission output. That forces the torque converter to convert 100% of the engine's kinetic energy directly into fluid heat. Under these conditions, fluid temperatures inside the converter housing can spike past 320 degrees Fahrenheit in under 20 seconds. This intense heat bakes internal seals, causes fluid oxidation. Additionally, modern engine computers detect conflicting brake and throttle signals. Due to that cause dangerous acceleration hesitation and erratic hydraulic valve operation. That's why it is recommended to drive strictly with your right foot controlling both the accelerator and brake pedals. Mistake number 4. Exceeding towing and vehicle payload limits. Most commuter vehicles equipped with CVTs are rated for low payload limits and maximum towing capacities, rarely exceeding 1,500 pounds. Exceeding these engineering limits forces the torque converter and hydraulic pump to work under continuous maximum load, driving fluid temperatures past 250 degrees Fahrenheit within 15 minutes of driving. And heat is the #1 killer of your CVTs. If the transmission temperature rises excessively, that means repeated overheating can turn into expensive internal wear. Many modern CVTs monitor temperature and may reduce power or activate a protective mode when things get too hot. But the dangerous mistake is ignoring that warning simply because the car still moves. If you see a transmission temperature warning, back off immediately. Avoid aggressive acceleration and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Remember, overheating your CVT once may be recoverable, but repeatedly cooking it can dramatically shorten its life. Mistake number 3. Rocking the vehicle when stuck in snow, mud, or sand. When stuck in poor traction conditions, rapidly toggling between drive and reverse to rock the vehicle creates severe mechanical shock loads. Toggling gears while the engine is revved or the tires are spinning sends sudden torque spikes of over 3,000 pounds of force directly into the transmission input shaft. When spinning tires suddenly catch traction on dry pavement or rock, then the instant friction stops the output pulley while the engine is still applying high rotational torque. Mechanics estimate that a single intense 30-second rocking session inflicts equivalent mechanical stress to 15,000 miles of highway driving. This sudden impact frequently shears the internal input shaft splines, cracks the planetary carrier, or permanently grooves the pulley faces beyond repair. That's whenever you stuck in poor traction conditions. Then disable traction control, keep the gear selector in drive or low mode, and gently feather the accelerator. If tires slip without movement, use traction boards, sand, or a recovery strap rather than rapidly switching gears while pressing the gas. Mistake number 2. Coasting downhill in neutral to save fuel. Shifting into neutral while descending steep hills to save fuel deprives your transmission of necessary oil flow and cooling. In modern CVTs, the mechanical fluid pump is driven directly by the engine crankshaft. But when you shift into neutral, engine speed drops to idle, roughly 600 to 700 revolutions per minute, which reduces hydraulic pump volume output by over 60%. However, because the car is rolling downhill at high speed, the drive shafts force the secondary pulley to spin rapidly. This mismatch creates a severe lubrication deficit where high-speed rotating bearings are starved of pressurized oil, which lead to rapid friction heat buildup and bearing failure. It is recommended to leave the transmission selector in drive or switch to low mode when descending hills. Modern fuel injection systems automatically cut fuel supply during downhill engine braking anyway, so keeping it in gear saves fuel and preserves fluid pressure. Mistake number 1. Ignoring CVT shudder. One of the biggest mistakes is waiting until the transmission is almost dead before taking action. Ignoring subtle warning signals like a high-pitched metallic whine or a faint shudder between 10 and 20 miles per hour turns an inexpensive maintenance fix into a total transmission replacement. A persistent high-pitched whine usually indicates hydraulic pump cavitation or a failing primary pulley bearing operating under reduced fluid pressure. A low-speed shudder is a clear symptom of belt microslippage or torque converter clutch chatter caused by degraded fluid friction modifiers. Dismissing these early indicators allows metal shavings to contaminate the valve body and leads to total failure. If you want to make your CVTs last longer 200,000 miles, then act immediately at the first sign of noise or hesitation. Don't wait until the vehicle leaves you stranded. The longer you drive with an unresolved transmission problem, the greater the chance that a relatively manageable issue can turn into expensive internal damage. The bottom line of this video is, taking care of a continuously variable transmission is not complicated. It just requires gentle driving habits and fresh fluid every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Treat it right, and a modern CVT can easily cross the 200,000 mile mark without a single major repair. Subscribe the channel for more automotive maintenance breakdowns, and drop your car's make, model, and current mileage in the comments below.